Good morning, everyone out there. Good morning to you. Let's get this camera going right here. As you can see, my Morehouse College sweatshirt is there from my 20th reunion, which was absolutely phenomenal. Great to see everybody. Footballer 920, welcome. Welcome. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If it's your first time joining in, I appreciate you coming on board. My name is Kofi Ford. I'm coming to you live out of Atlanta, Georgia. I've been doing this now. This is day 14 of my live Periscope journey as I do this miracle morning process. Picked up a book about the miracle morning and immediately jumped in. Dan Dare One, welcome. Love to hear where you're joining in from. Miller Mill, a lot of numbers there, but welcome. London, awesome. One of the cities definitely on my list. Welcome, God's favorite five. Welcome back. Good to see you, even though you're a Dallas fan. But we're connected on Twitter. Followed you back yesterday and looking forward to getting to see more and get to know you a little bit better, even though, again, you're a Dallas fan. But we're going to work through that, right? We're committed to working through that. In any case, Kila Chante, I think I said that right. Kila Chante, welcome. But definitely put down or let me know where you're tuning in from. We've got London on. We've got Dallas on. Not too often you get somebody on at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So, God's favorite five, you're doing it. Cali, what part of Cali you coming in from? Soul Sister Soul joined. Welcome. Welcome. Yes. Absolutely. God's favorite five. Absolutely. I hadn't gotten on Twitter proper in a little bit, so it took me a while to actually see the follow. So forgive me for that, but definitely good to be connected with you. I think I saw San Diego pop up. Beautiful city. It's actually one of the cities on our list to move to in the next 3 years. So we might be neighbors. We'll see how that works out in the next few years. But this morning, for those who don't know me, again, Kofi Ford out of Atlanta, Georgia. I've been doing this miracle morning journey now for 14 days. This is day 14. And, a lot of ups and downs along the way in terms of when that alarm clock goes off and how you feel. But we're here. Need positive energy. Hey, don't worry about that. I got plenty of positive energy. As a matter of fact, this morning, what I wanted to talk to you about, what hit my heart this morning to talk to you about was what drives you. And what drives you, it really boils down to why you do what you do. And I think about business and for those who've been connected with me, that, I talk about real estate, being in real estate. I talk about also being in consulting. And I also talk about, having a national, really a multinational distributorship. And why we do those things. Why do we do these things that take so much time out of our day to build these things? Why build in three different streams of income? Why do those things? And really it boils down to why. Why? And it's very simple. We've got three kids in this household. One's already in college, one getting ready to go, and then one entering the school system itself at elementary. So it's very simple to look in the house. You need money, struggling. Dan Dare One. We can talk about that. Definitely reach out to me. Send me a message on Twitter or connect with me on Facebook or go through my website. But in any case, what happens or what you end up doing is looking at why you do what you do. Because in the end, what you need is something to drive you. I tell you, I've got, business partners across the country. And, each one of us has a different reason why we do what we do. I got started in getting away from corporate America because, drive actually, that's a big issue. I see no drive. I had to be honest. There's a book, Think and Grow Rich. It's probably the book that moved me down this journey. Started my first step away from corporate America, as a matter of fact. Been in corporate America for almost 2 decades. Been in consulting for that entire period of time and had relative high level of success. You can read all about that on my website, kofifordonline.com. But I came across a book called Think and Grow Rich, and it really challenged me. And the first thing and really what drives the entire book is one word, and that's desire. So if you're not desiring more, if you don't want more out of life, it's kind of hard to really pick up anywhere and do anything after that. Now, see, you read The Secret, um, but I tell you, we can talk about that definitely offline, Dan Dare. Excuse me. I can see I'm just waking up. I've probably been up for about a half hour. Um, but in any case, the why is what drove me away from corporate America. Because in the end, for me, I thought about college for the kids, and although everything was pretty good in terms of our income level, we could do some nice things. We weren't struggling at all. We had a relative quality of life that I think a lot of people would probably say we were living sort of the American dream. Um, I disagree far from that. What I actually noticed was, I started out making $33,000 a year. My first job, we were over six figures, in the work that we were doing. But what I noticed was between those 2 points in time, the amount of money left over at the end of the month was not that much different. Why, you probably ask, what the heck is going on? What I noticed that uh, what everyone does is that they actually will go through their lifetime, and the more money they make, the more money they spend. Now, we were saving, I think, 15% of our income, but in the end, you notice the things that you really want to do in life. In the end, when you retire, it's just not possible. I'd seen, and maybe people who've retired as well. And what you end up seeing is that at retirement, the income level drops. The traditional system says you work 30, 40 years of your life, and when you retire, you're going to live out your golden years. But the reality of the situation is that's not what happens. Your income level goes down. You've got to cut back. You've got to live on a budget. You got to make sure that you're not overspending. You can't go out and do the things that you just want to do on a whim. You just don't have the income in retirement. And I just didn't want that. I didn't want my kids, worrying about where they were going to be able to go to school because, the financing of the school was going to be a challenge. I didn't want, to get to my golden years and realize that, unfortunately, I was going to have to move in with my kids or get another job and not be able to retire. You started to really look at the future and really understand what was coming in the end. You start to realize that it's not necessarily the picture that was painted for you. I grew up out of the Washington, D.C. area, and the story I was told for success said, go out, get good grades in school. When you get out of school, when you go to college, you do well there, you come out, you get a great job, and that job's going to give you benefits, and, you go through your career, and one day you'll be able to retire. Uh, they told me that in retirement, I was going to live, a great life in retirement. It's the golden years, and I could travel, do all these great things. Well, guess what I did for my first job? I was calculating retirement benefits. So I got a first-hand or front row seat, if you will, to seeing what retirement looked like. I had a front row seat to see that people were out there working all those years. And I see you, Dan Dale. Definitely reach out through social media to connect with me. Um, Love to chat with you more about some things you could possibly do to change your situation. But I got a front row seat to see what really happened after 30, 40 years of working for somebody for a lifetime. It didn't matter how much money you made. And, unless, when I moved up to executive benefits, and I got to see what the executives got. I got to see what, life insurance policies the companies got for them, the other perks of their roles that were just given to them. You can definitely connect with me on my website. It's kofifordonline.com. I'll follow up with you within 24 to 48 hours for certain. But I got to see what was going on there, and I could tell you it just wasn't pretty. And the question was, is that what I wanted? Is that where I wanted to be, after working 30, 40 years of my life? And the reality of it was that no, I didn't. I didn't want that at all. In the end, I want to live my dreams. There are things that I want to have in my lifetime. There are things that I want to make sure that my kids and my family have in their lifetimes as well. I want to make sure that, my mom in her retirement can enjoy life. You have to carry me and taking care of me. My parents deserve a certain quality of life. That is what drives me. That is why I do what I do. And in the end, I always ask everybody that I come into contact with who decides that they want to partner with us and go along the platform, the actual system that we put in place, to help them move forward. I ask them first, why? Why are they doing this? Why are they getting started on this journey? What is going to drive them? And, I hear people say money. I hear people say that they want to make a certain level of income. And I immediately say, well, why do you want to do that? Because in the end, money is never going to be the answer. Money will never, keep you going forward. Money is never going to be any rooted system that allows you to continue moving forward. Because I can tell you, there are going to be times where it sucks. All right. I understand that, Dan Deere. I talked about that for myself as well. Money will never be the reason, though. It's always about what the money can do for you. And if you dive deep to that and really sit back and think about how you could utilize or how the money could change your life, not just buying the things and having the nice cars. You can do a lot of different things to bring the money in to do that. But when you dive into a better life for your kids, getting out of debt, living debt free, that's a big one. I mean, especially now when we look at where we are today and how many people went into debt just, 2 days ago when Black Friday came around. Living debt free, going to, the restaurant and ordering off the left-hand side of the menu or the left-hand side of the page instead of the right-hand side. If those are the things that drive you, it is much more certain that when the challenging times hit you, which they certainly will, you'll overcome them. So today I challenge everybody, sit back and really think about what you want out of life. Not the money, not the things, not those things, but what it will give you. Because in the end, it's the emotion behind that. What do you want? You want to feel accomplished. You want to feel like you're respected if you're a man. You want to feel loved. You want to feel, how will these things make you feel? I know that when I think about my kids going to college and not coming out with any debt, how do I feel? And when I sit back and I focus on getting that feeling in my life, when those challenges come, when people don't, hire us, when people don't partner with us, when you really think about those things and what got you down that road in the first place, you'll keep going because the no's don't matter. They really don't. Not everybody's going to take your journey. I tell people all the time, I love chocolate ice cream. My brother loves vanilla. Now, I think he's actually crazy because he likes vanilla ice cream, but that's his right. And I don't throw him away because he likes vanilla ice cream. He has a right to like that and go that route just as much as I have a right to like chocolate and go my route. And that's okay. So we continue to look for the people who like chocolate ice cream. Now, that's just an analogy, but you understand that's just the way we do business. And so in the end, sit back. I challenge you to really think about why you do what you do. What do you really want? What are your goals out of life that you really want to make happen? And then really analyze if what you're doing will bring that to pass. We do this every single day with people that we meet, and we help them see how they can actually bring to pass the things that they truly desire to have out of life. So do that. If you've never done it before, definitely do that. It's a great exercise, and it really helps you see if you're on the right path. If you're not, we definitely should chat. I think we've got some great things that can help you out. Definitely, reach out to me, Dan Dare One. We could chat about that more. But in the end, I hope everyone does that exercise. I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll take it the next step. And but for today, I hope that you have a phenomenal day. Look forward to keeping in contact with everybody. And I appreciate you as well, Dan Dare. I appreciate you coming online, and look forward to getting to know everybody a little bit more, connecting with you, giving you more about me, and share some more information. But until then, Have a phenomenal day, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.